you know that 92% of people fail to hit their New Year's goals? Now, if you're one of these people, don't worry. I have a 4-step process that is foolproof to helping you create and achieve your goals. Hey guys, my name is Ashton Baylor, personal trainer at Inertia Fitness Co. And today we're gonna break down the 4 things that you can do to help create and achieve your goals. Now, in my personal opinion, goals are one of the most overrated things that people do, right? They set this big, lofty outcome goal when it's truly the habits and the actions that we take that help us achieve that outcome in the first place. So I think people focus on the wrong thing instead of focusing on the habits that help them get there. A study out of the University of Scranton showed that only 8% of people hit their New Year's goal. When asking the people, the 92%, why didn't they hit their goals, they said unrealistic goal planning, they said a lack of motivation, a lack of accountability, and then also a lack of a clear plan. Today, we're gonna walk you through Inertia's 4-step goal planning process that helps us get our clients the best results possible. The what, which helps you define your goals, the why, which helps you deepen your goal, the when, which helps you put deadlines to your goal, and then the how, which gives you the details of your goal. Let's start with the what, and that is defining your goals. Most people fail their goals right off the bat because they set an unrealistic, lofty goal they were never gonna achieve in the first place. And that's why this is the first step of the goal-making process. We have to clearly define what we want. So we're gonna take the outcome goal that we usually have, let's say this is lose 20 pounds, and then give it 3 habit goals. So the 3 habit goals you're gonna put underneath the lose 20 pounds outcome goal would be to work out every day, eat at home or cook dinner Monday through Friday, and make sure to get 7 hours plus of sleep every single night. Outcome-based goals can only be achieved by doing the underlying habits and actions that help you achieve that goal in the first place. So we're gonna focus on the habits and actions rather than the outcome itself. So instead of just writing down our goals on a piece of paper and then saying, hey, this is what I want to achieve in the following year, you're going to take a ladder approach to naming your goals. So we're going to take the top of the ladder, and that's going to be the lose the 20 pounds. But then you're going to make little steps, which are like milestones of your goal, right? And we want to make these as small as possible so that first step is easy. And just like a real ladder, if we try to skip steps, you may fall off. Guess what most people do? They fall off on their path of trying to achieve their goals. So for our outcome-based goal to lose the 20 pounds, that's gonna be the top of the ladder. Bottom of the ladder, lose 1 pound. The smallest step as possible. Lose a half a pound, right? Then lose 1 pound. Then lose 3 pounds. Then lose 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and then 20 pounds. And then for your habit-based goals, instead of saying, I'm gonna work out every single day starting in January of 2024, instead, what you're going to do is like, I'm gonna work out 1 time a week. 1 time. Right? That's the smallest step as we can go as possible. Because if you're not working out at all, going from 0 times of working out a week to 7 is just unrealistic. So let's make it as small as possible and then slowly work our way up. Now, part 2 of the goal creating and achieving process is the why. The why is important because this deepens your goals and it keeps you going. A lot of people don't know why they want their goals. They set these goals of losing 20 pounds, but they actually truly don't know why. Why is the clarity question. So to get to the root of why we do something, we have to ask why. So every time you set a goal, ask why. Ask why until you get down to the deepest meaning of why you want to hit that goal. So let's take that outcome-based goal of losing 20 pounds and ask why. Why do you want to lose 20 pounds? Now, the deeper version of that goal might be you just want to look healthier, you want to look better, you want to look sexy, you want to attract a significant other. And now you can ask yourself why again and get to a deeper level of that goal. And maybe it's because, you got made fun of when you were in school, or you were unathletic and you want to feel and look athletic for the first time. You want people to take you at your job more seriously. You want people to think that you're disciplined. And then maybe you got down to that deepest level. Maybe you had somebody pass away because they weren't healthy. And this is you losing this 20 pounds is trying to honor their life, right? Maybe it's you want to raise your kids and your kids' kids, right? So you want to be here for a long time. You want to live a long, prosperous life, right? So you want to get down to that deepest core value of why you want this goal. Here's 2 things I want you to do with the question why. I want you to go to your outcome-based goals and you ask yourself why you want these. So that lose 20 pounds outcome-based goal, ask yourself why. If you can get deep, that's a great goal. If you can't get deep, let's say it's like, I want to buy a car next year and you really can't get it on a deep personal level, then maybe that's not the best goal. Maybe not pursue that one. You want to have less goals. Less goals means that you're more likely to achieve. And then for each one of your goals, you're going to label it a 1, which means something that you want. 2, something that you would really like to have. And then 3, something that is so important, it's life-changing. So there shouldn't be many 3s on the piece of paper, right? Maybe losing 20 pounds is life-changing, but buying a car is a 1. It's not that life-changing, but it's something that you do want. Go ahead and do that, and that will help you sort through your goals and get you the goals that really matter to you. Now that we got the what and the why, we need to move on to the when, the deadlines of your goals. Now, deadlines are super important, but often overlooked. And deadlines are important because they apply the pressure. When you have a deadline, the clock is ticking and you're racing against time to make it to your goal. This is why wedding dates, vacations, bodybuilding shows, and races work really well, is because it applies that pressure. You don't want to show up to a bodybuilding show not in shape. You don't want to show up to a race and never have ran a mile. You don't want to show up to a wedding not being in the best shape of your life. So you apply this pressure to get the job done and take action starting today. These are unmovable deadlines, something that you just can't say, well, I'll just move my goal back another year. I'll just move my goal back another week. You can't move these dates. So that's what makes it super powerful. So what you're gonna do is take your goal ladder and put some deadlines for each one of your goals and your sub goals. Now, if you can make it an unmovable goal like a race or bodybuilding show or a wedding or a vacation, even better. That will apply the pressure and it's an unmovable target for you to keep on working towards. So what you're gonna do is take the top part of your goal. So let's say lose 20 pounds and you're gonna put a deadline to it. Now let's say it's 1 year. Now let's say that you have a sub goal of lose 15 pounds first, and let's put that at 6 months, 8 months. Let's say the very first goal that you have is to lose just 1 pound, and we can put that at 6 weeks. Now you have something to work towards and see if you're on track for your long-term goal. The fourth and final part of goal making and achieving is the how, and that's the detailed plan of your goals. This is by far the most important part of goal making and achieving, because this is what's gonna tell you what to do on a day-to-day basis to get closer to your goal. What we're gonna do is take the goal and we're gonna figure out every habit, every action that we need to take to be able to hit that goal. Now, don't worry, I know that's gonna end up being a lot of little things that you're gonna have to do to hit your goal, but we're just gonna focus on one thing at a time that you can start to change day to day that's going to help you eventually achieve your goal. These might be your daily, weekly, or even monthly sub goals to your overall big goal. So you're gonna take that main goal of lose 20 pounds, you're gonna write down all the actions, habits that you need to do to be able to hit that goal. Eat healthier, work out more, go on walks, sleep better, drink enough water, don't drink soda, don't eat junk food. And you're gonna write down every single one of those things. Now from those things, you're gonna circle a few that you want to start right now. So maybe it's don't eat junk food and start drinking enough water. Those 2 things alone can help you lose your first pound. Now maybe weekly or monthly, you start to add one other thing from that list that you're gonna try to scale up. So after you've written down all the habits and actions you need to do to hit your goal, you're gonna say, week 1, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to work out at least twice this week. I'm going to make sure that I get at least 7+ hours of sleep 3 nights out of the week. I'm gonna cook 1 meal at home. I'm gonna eat 1 vegetable, and I'm going to go for 1 walk that's at least 30 minutes. Now, week 2, you can keep that same thing just so you can start to practice consistency, or you can start to scale it up. Obviously, you wanna show that you can achieve week 1's low step goals before you take that next step. Now, you can plan these every Sunday before the week even starts, or you can write out the whole plan for the entire year, so that way you have some details. So now you can make this plan monthly, weekly, or even daily to help you be very detailed and make sure you're not missing steps on your way to hit your goal. Now, if this sounds like a lot of work to you, that's because it is. It takes a lot of work to hit your goals. This is the part that we see most people struggle at. Yes, they're able to define their goal. They know why they want this goal, and they're holding on to the deeper reason of why they want to achieve it. They even talk about when they want to do it, right? So they say, I want to lose 20 pounds before my wedding, and I want to do it because I want to look the best and feel the best on one of the biggest days of my life. That is a great goal and a great purpose, and you have a deadline to it. But now you have no plan, no action plan, no actions, no habits to actually take steps towards hitting that goal. And as the cliche quote goes, if you don't plan to succeed, then you better plan to fail. And that right there are your 4 steps to creating and achieving better goals within this next year. You gotta have the what, and that's the defining the goal. You gotta have the why, that's deepening your goal. You gotta have the when, which is gonna add deadlines to your goal. And then finally, the how, which is gonna give you the detailed plan on how to actually achieve your goal. Here's 5 crucial tips that you should follow if you actually want to achieve your goals. Tip number 1, habit goals over outcome goals. Now, your outcome goals, like losing weight, are just a result of the habits and actions. So it makes sense to focus more on making better habits, making better actions, than it does to try to create better outcome goals. The second tip is to add and remove friction. Humans are innately lazy, so you want to make things either more or less convenient depending on what goal you have. Do you want to stop doing something? Then you need to add friction. So try putting junk food on the top shelf to where you have to get a stool over and probably look kind of stupid getting up on the stool to go grab it. Or better yet, throw it away so then you have to drive to the grocery store to go get it. Is there a certain habit you want to start implementing? Well, try to remove friction. This is getting a gym membership 5 minutes from your house rather than 50 minutes. This is setting out your gym clothes the night before rather than trying to figure out what you want at 5 in the morning. Tip number 3 is that you want to start so small that it's barely noticeable. You want to make habits and goals that are so small that it's easy to overachieve them. For example, people say they want to work out 5 times a week. Well, start 1 time a week. 1 time a week, just go to the gym and go for 5 minutes. Now, it's gonna be really easy to overachieve because once you start the 5 minutes and the time's up, you're gonna be like, I'm already here, already committed to going to the gym. I might as well stay for an extra 25, 35, 45 minutes, and you're gonna overachieve on that goal for the day. This is going to help you build confidence and help you get early wins, which is so important to habit formation. Tip number 4 is to track your progress. Not tracking your progress is like trying to go from New York to California with no GPS. You don't know if you're on the right track. You don't know if you're on the wrong track. You don't know if you need to turn around. You don't know if you're going to be delayed. You want to know if you're going the right way. If you have a weight loss goal, then you need to weigh yourself. Do you have a strength goal? Then you need to write down what weights you do week after week, day after day. Do you have you want to read more books goal? Then you need to track how many books, how many pages you have read. Tip number 5, which might be the most important tip, is to get accountability. I've always said accountability is like getting a notification on your phone, constantly reminding you of what you said you were going to do. It's easy to let ourselves down, but it's really hard to let others down. So the more people that know about your goal, the higher chance you have of succeeding in it. And bonus points if your accountability partner has similar goals as yourself. Do you want to start working out more? Well, maybe a personal trainer is your best avenue of accountability. Do you want to start eating healthier? Maybe joining a Facebook group or posting on social media, asking people about healthy recipes will get the ball rolling. Do you want to start reading more? Join a reading group, or maybe join an online reading group. And that way you have other people that have similar goals to you, keeping you accountable. So let's start that accountability process right now. Comment down one of your goals, and this is going to be such a crucial step for you to take an idea or a goal in your head and actually put it out in the world. And we're going to try to follow up with you and see how you're doing with your goal. Do you want help creating or achieving your goals? Do you need accountability? Well, anything, all things health, a Nurse of Fitness Co. can help you out. So reach out to us. We'll be able to help you achieve your goals this next year. Hopefully you guys have taken a lot from this video, and this will help you hit your goals within the next year. Thank you so much for watching this, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.